Joe Hopkins here, and like a lot of you out there, I've faced a lot of adversity in my life. Adversity, it's difficult. And I just wanted to give a little bit of encouragement to you guys, talk a little bit about, what I've been through and how I've dealt with it, and maybe it'll help you guys, right? The main thing with anything in life, this is to get past something, to deal with something, to get good at something, anything, is mostly, in my experience, to be consistent with things. Do something consistently keep trying, consistently keep working on stuff. If something isn't working out, consistently try to make it better, to improve the situation, to work around things. Working around things is very important. And, if it helps you out, I'll tell you a little bit about something I've been dealing with lately. My left knee. Let's see, about 3 months ago, I went out for a nice long walk. I'm used to going for long walks, 5, 6, 7 miles. And I think this time it was almost 8 miles through the woods, going for a walk, enjoying life. I used to run that, but I'm not in that kind of shape anymore. So anyway, different story there. So next day, my knee hurts. And, I figure, okay, well, it's not really my knee that was hurting. It was my calf and hamstring were cramping up and my knee felt unstable. That's a bad sign, when the back stuff starts cramping, it might mean the stuff in the front ain't doing what it's supposed to do. When it didn't get better after a week, I thought, oh no, I might have torn a ligament or something, tendon, ACL, something like that. It's what I was worried about. Turns out that wasn't it. Doctor did x-rays. I knew nothing was broken. Then an MRI. And lo and behold, it's not ACL. It's not a meniscus. It's nothing like that. It's arthritis. She said, I got arthritis. So, okay, go to see the physical therapist today. The arthritis isn't the problem. I'm not even really feeling the arthritis. It's a nerve, is what they believe it is. Now, in the meantime, when I was worried it was an ACL, I was finding ways to work around it. I was using a knee brace and doing stuff to work around it and just consistently keep going, right? When it turned out it was arthritis, I'm like, okay, I can work around that. That's better. That's good news. It's better than an ACL or something. So work around it, find other ways to keep exercising and keep doing my day-to-day stuff. Now that I know what it is, it's like, okay, if it's a nerve that's pinching and stretching and certain exercises help get rid of that problem, that's best news ever. I can work around it. But the point is, whatever it was wrong. I'm glad it turned out it wasn't as bad. I kept trying to work around things and keep consistently doing. Because if you stop, that's when you get worse. That's when you get worse, when you just stop doing anything. You do what you can, as much as you can, as often as you can, and if there's a problem, you either try to solve the problem, which I was doing by going to the doctor, various doctors, finding out exactly what's wrong, or you work around it. You work around the problem meantime. And if there's pain, and yes, sometimes there's pain with different things, and with this, mostly this has been discomfort, but I try to ignore it as much as possible so I can keep doing the things I'm doing. If something hurts, that doesn't mean I stop doing this. I just find a better way to do it. Now, why that might apply in everybody else's lives, it's the same with anything else you're trying to do. For instance, you can see all the guitars. I play guitar. Anybody that watches this channel knows I play guitar. When you're learning to play guitar, you have to consistently do it, and you're going to find things you can't do. When you get them, you're going to reach points where you go to do something and you can't do it. And sometimes you can keep practicing and do it, and sometimes you have to find a workaround. I've done that with guitar a lot, and I found that a lot of people have. In fact, some of the most famous guitarists out there have certain techniques that blow people's minds. They're like, oh, wow, that's amazing. How did you come up with that? And quite often it's, I was trying to do this and couldn't do it, so I did that instead. And I got really good at this other thing. That happens a lot. Don't worry about if you can't do something, if you have to work around it. That might become an even better thing. My wife had that, right? She wanted to learn to play certain things and she couldn't, so she practiced picking, alternate picking really quickly. She was never good at lead, but she could do that on rhythm guitar, and she could pick very fast, and it sounded really cool. And it wasn't like the normal type of finger rolls or picking that people usually do. It was single. She used her thumbnail. It was single finger, just like alternate picking. She had a really long thumbnail, used it like a pick. And, that became her thing. And it really blew people's minds when they'd see that. They're like, wow, how do you do that? That's amazing. And truth is, she could do that because she couldn't do this and was trying to do something similar to it. So yeah, man, when you hit adversity, try to find a way around the problem. If you can reduce the problem, do that. If you can improve the situation, you do that. And whatever you do, man, just don't give up. If you really want to do something, if you really want to accomplish things, you have to keep going anyway. Even when you get setbacks, right? Like this is a setback to my staying in shape. I've always really kind of been into fitness. I'm not in the shape I used to be. I'm getting older. It happens to all of us. And I've had other setbacks, but that doesn't mean you give up and you quit. You keep going. When you find adversity in your life, you find a way to keep doing what you're doing anyway. If it's something you really want to do, or if it's something that's good to do, or if it's something that you have to do, like I got to go to work. I got to work X number of hours. I got to work so much overtime. There's a certain amount of overtime they make me work. I do a little bit more than that because I'm trying to pay things off. So how do you do that? You just make yourself, man. You find a way to do it. When you get tired, you find a way to prop yourself up and keep going anyway. And I know some people might say, well, that's not always the best thing. That's not always the healthiest thing. No, it's not always, but I got news for you, man. We're all going to die anyway, so I got to do what I got to do in the meantime, right? And that's like most of us. Most of us got stuff we got to do. Find a way to make it work. Prop yourself up as much as you can. Consistently keep going. And consistency is really the key with most things. If you want to get something done, you do a little bit at a time. If you can't do it all in one setting, just get started. Do a little bit, then do a little bit more. Eventually you get there. And it's the same thing with anything else you want to learn or do in life. Like I said, like with music, you want to get good at playing guitar or any instrument, you start. Just start. And then every day, do a little bit. Eventually you start getting good, It's called practice. That's just what you got to do, and be consistent with it. With my fitness, the way I got into the shape that I was in incredible shape at one time, and the way I got there was just by doing it every day, just consistently. Even if you don't have time for a full workout, or with music, if you don't have time for a full practice, do what you can do. If you can do half of it, if you can do a quarter of it, if you could just pick up your guitar and noodle a little bit, or if you could just get up and do like 10 push-ups, it's something. Do something every day, whatever it is you're doing, and you'll get there. And when you hit problems, find a way to work around them, or find a way to make the problem less. Even if you can't get rid of it, can you improve it? And you can get better that way. You can get better at anything that way, right? Be tenacious, man. Be tenacious. You don't have to be tenacious about everything, but the things you want to do or the things you have to do. Those things, get on it. Don't screw around, man. Kick ass at it. And that's I guess that's a rant. I guess I'll call it a rant. And yeah. Hey, by the way, check out my new album. It's called Talking Dogs. There's a playlist comes up here in a sec, and there's links to streaming down below. And, check out some of my music videos. They're cool. A lot of them are like really trippy. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.